all my conversations are going to have that same structure. It's just geared towards every single person individually with all the stuff that I have a normal conversation with. So, babe, so when it comes to sorry guys, he's all mad because I'm doing this in the kitchen. I'm trying to be fast. But when it comes to this business, when it comes to the conversations, and let's say someone's in your inbox, and I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't have people in my inbox all the time. I don't have people messaging me wanting to know about the business. Well, I don't have people, asking me what these products do. Okay, that starts by you doing your income producing activities. This is not a training for that. Okay, I'm going to let you guys know I'm very blunt. So I'm going to say it how it is. If you're not doing your income producing activities, which is engaging on networks, posting on your social media, in your stories, commenting and liking on people's posts, deleting and adding people, going through and interacting. And I'm not just talking about liking. I'm talking about commenting more than 4 words on people's posts and engaging and putting your face out there throughout the day. We all have the same 24 hours. I don't want to hear that BS excuse, okay? You all have 5-10 minutes here and there. Set a timer, get in a schedule, get in a planner, whatever it may be, to start doing the income producing activities. Because if you're doing that, guess what? People are going to be in your inbox wanting to know what's going on. But that starts with you engaging with your network. So when I go into people's inboxes, and I don't cold message a single soul. Okay, so if you're cold messaging or if your profile looks spammy, if it looks, I don't even know, if you're sharing 10,000 videos a day, I don't see anything about who you are. I don't see anything about your business, your life, your family. I don't see nothing of that except for share, copy, paste. Or maybe you aren't showing up every day and you haven't posted in 4 or 5 days. Your business is not going to grow, guys. Do you guys hear me on that? Does everyone that want this really truly hear me? Because if you want change, you're going to start getting accountable, and you're going to look yourself in the mirror and you're going to say, hey, guess what? I know I'm not giving 100 in all these areas. So if I want change, I'm going to give 100 in all these areas. Okay. So that's separate. But how I get into people's inboxes are, I go through the best way for me is I'm in people's stories. That is the easiest and most seamless way to get into someone's inbox, you guys. People are engaging in their stories every day, just like you should be. I want to know what you got for dinner. I want to know what you're cleaning your house with. I want to know where you went shopping today. I want to know what makeup you used. I want to know how you curled. I want to know all that. So if you're not posting that in your stories, you need to up that. I use my stories all day for business and life, business and life, all day, because guess what? I'm not going to go spam my feed and have 10,000 posts. I want to have maybe 2 to 3 good posts a day at the most. Some days only 1. So I'm not saying if you are in a habit of posting daily, just start out with 1 value-based post, not a lazy half-ass post. Not be like, hey, come buy my product. You guys are going to love this 90-day. No, I want to see what this is doing for you. I want to see what's going on. And people will hop in your inbox by that. So when I'm talking to people, I'm talking to them as if they're my best friend. You guys, I talk like this in person. So my bluntness, you guys got to understand, this is just how I am. That's how Jen is. That's what I mean, her click, because I can say me and Jen just vibe because I can talk how I would talk. I don't sugarcoat things for people. It doesn't get you anywhere except for stuck. So why am I going to allow you to stay stuck? So when it comes to talking to people, I really like to just be their friend. If they're doing things that I find interesting, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to be like for me, I just asked this girl, she had the cutest outfit on earlier, and I'm like, what boat? I already knew it was from a boutique. I'm like, where did you get it? I need the details, and it just that simple little engagement sparked a whole nother conversation, because she's like, I've been watching you. And she's like, I'm so thankful you didn't cold message me for one. I'm like, yeah, I don't do that. So, and I voice messaging, you guys, it's scary, of course, but greatness doesn't come from comfort. And voice messaging, you can hear my excitement. You can hear my passion. But if you're voice noting, hi, how's your day? I'm doing good. And there's no excitement in your voice, I'm not going to listen to that whole thing. So change voice noting, needs to be like, sound exciting, sound happy. Don't sound like a Debbie Downer. That's one thing I want to make sure you guys are clear. But talk to people as if you're talking to your best friend. And if you guys have questions before Jen hops on, just make sure that you're like asking them in the little chat thing right here so I can ask specifically, because this is like a training based for getting promoters. Okay? So once I've caused engagement for people to hop in my inbox, this is where the meat's going to come in. And I'm going to talk to you guys about this meat. So how my conversations go, once I've built that relationship, because people aren't going to want to know what I'm doing or how I'm doing it until I get to know them. I don't ever start pitching them. I don't ever start trying to talk about business or product or anything like that. No, I want to get to know them. So let's say they finally ask, okay, so I've been watching you, or I've seen you post a couple times about something. What is it? I would be happy to answer your questions. First, let me know a little bit about you. What are your goals? What's going on? What are you wanting to change? What's going on what's going on in your life? Or let's say someone's like, how do you do what you do? I would love to tell you. What has you asking? What are you wanting to change? I never answer anyone's questions first. And I know there's different leaders that do different things. This is what works for me. So I'm not saying you need to do it exactly. We have a lot of good trainings on different conversation pieces. You guys make it your own. That is the key to success. Is you got, and I know like 6,000 people of you are watching Bachelor, so I promise that, or Bachelor, I don't even know what it is, Bachelorette, Bachelor, one of the two. So I hope that the people that are like, I'm sorry, I'll hurry. But my thing is, you guys, like, when I'm having conversations, I never directly answer anyone first. I always am getting to know them, their needs, what's going on in their life, what are they wanting to change. I need to know that stuff. So then when someone's like, well, telling me, well, I'm working all the time, I'm behind on bills, it's summer right now, or I wish I could be home with my kids, like they have to go to daycare and I'm stuck at work, and it's expensive, whatever it may be. Do you hear all these things that I'm saying? Those are all cues. Those are all cues for you to be able to organically bring up the business. Girl, if you're tired of working that many hours and being away from your son, why haven't you done anything to fix that? I straight up ask people like that. That works for me because it's my personality though. It may not work for you because that might not be your personality. But I will ask people, okay, so you're telling me that you're sick and tired of working 60 hours a week. What have you done to change that? I always like to put it in a perspective for people to understand, have you taken action upon what you're telling me that you're wanting to change? Because once people identify they're not, because that's what it comes down to, they're not, no one's taking action. If they were, they'd be in a different spot. Just like if you were, you got to realize just in business, if you want your business to be somewhere, you got to take action. And if whatever results you're doing right now, if it's not giving you the result you want, you got to do different. Okay? Same thing. So my goal is to help them see that they're not taking action. So for me, that's where the mindset part comes in. Okay, so girl, you're having this going on and you're telling me how much you're wanting this change. What I would love to do is talk to you a little bit about what I do and how I do it. This is where I got this from, so I want you guys to take note upon this. I got this from GoPro, the book by Eric Worre. If you guys haven't read that book, it changed my whole conversations. And I literally, oh my God. Sorry, I just saw, I had squirrel syndrome just now. Double and triple fast starts, you guys are like a whole nother thing we'll go over because that's a whole different ballpark. But when it comes to this business, you guys, I had what was I talking about? I totally had squirrel syndrome. Oh, when it comes to getting to know their, I told you guys, I have ADD. I need to be on expand. When it comes to this part though, you guys, getting to know them and then identifying that and then building value. So I get to know them. I build value upon what they've discussed with me. So I'm okay, so this is tell me what you're doing to change that. Tell me what things you're needing to do to work towards those goals. Have you taken action upon that? You said, hey, you want to cut down 20 hours a week. Okay, cool. What are you doing to get to that goal? Once they told me, hey, I'm really not doing anything yet. Okay, so what has you interested in what I do? What stood out? well, I love that you're able to work from your phone. Or I'll go into that and kind of identify with why they came to me. And then what I do, and this is from GoPro, like I was trying to say, when it comes to GoPro, it always says to take the hard work away from you and to make it less hard for you. Work smarter, not harder. Guess what, guys? We do opportunity videos every Thursday. Do you guys know that? Isn't that awesome? I don't know if some of you guys know that. Like, and if you don't, you need to be on them every Thursday. Okay? That's my point. So when it comes to that, when these opportunity videos, guys, I never explain the business or any of it to any of my promoters that sign up. And I have a bunch of new ones that are probably on right now that probably can vouch that I didn't go into too much detail when it came to the business. Guess what I did? I took the work away from me and I go and tag them in an opportunity video. Because guess what? We go over all this amazing details in our stories and they can hear a different perspective or they can hear my perspective. And I break it. We have different videos for different circumstances. Ask your upline. If they don't know, ask me. Okay. So there's, no, they're every Thursday night. So when it comes to like the opportunity videos, like Katie always talks about how she was on government assistance at one point and then how she's gone from where she's at. So sometimes I'll talk, like if I'm talking to a mom that's struggling right now, what I say is once I've built value upon their goal, what they're wanting to change, what they're struggling with, say what I'm going to do, girl, is I'm going to go and tag you in a quick video that explains like what I do and how I do it. I want you guys to hear this part. I want to know what stood out the most to you when you're done. The reason why I say it like that, and this is what I learned in GoPro, is when I word it where people have to tell me something that stood out. Like if I asked you guys what stood out about Courtney's training last night, guarantee you half of you wouldn't know because half of you didn't watch it. And I'm going to call it like it is because that's the truth. So when someone's coming to me and wanting me to change their life, they're wanting change in their life, and they won't go watch a 5-minute video, a 20-minute video, whatever it may be, that shows their work ethic straight off the bat. By someone not taking that 25 minutes out of their day to go watch that video because they're coming to me wanting change, they need to go watch that video. I say, I want to know what stands out the most to you because then I can build value upon that. So once I've built value upon that, from there, then they're like, oh my God, I absolutely love that you can run your business for free. That is so cool. I never knew that. That shows me they're watching this. That shows me they're paying attention. That shows me that they're eager. So then I'd be like, oh my goodness, it is. I haven't had to pay for products in over 15 months because of the amazing amount of product credit we get every month. So there's so many ways that you guys can word this, you guys, and take some of that work away from you, but you have to be doing your income producing activities daily. That is the thing, you guys. People aren't going to not trust you if you're not being credible. Do you guys realize that? And I'm going to get into like my mindset. I know we wanted to talk. I'm going to give it over to Jen so she can kind of fill in where I need wherever. But once it gets to that part and they've seen what our company is, they see it takes 6 to 21 follow-ups before someone finally commits sometimes. There's people that are like, I'm ready. I want to do this. Cool. Let me get you started. Here's what I need. And then I send over a template that says name, address, phone number, email, all of it. I sign up every single client myself, every promoter, every customer. If they have an objection, I say you can text me your personal information if that's more comfortable for you, or I can walk you through it step by step till you're at checkout, and I will send you $10 in free shipping. If you don't have credit, that's fine. You got to learn how to get creative with how you're wording things. And how I get people on packs, and I'm going to talk to you guys about this really fast. How I get people on packs and higher packs, I always start out higher. I never assume someone can't afford something just because they told me they can't afford it. Does that make sense? Because people will say they can't afford it and they have $1,000 to $2,000 sitting in the bank, but they can't afford it because they're stuck in that limitation of their mindset. So guess what? Our $800 pack, when you word it like this, our $800 pack is 6 months of products. You get double commission, you get free shipping codes, 10% off codes, and you're set up for having many experiences. You'll make your money back like that if you're doing your business correctly. I start at the highest. because guess what? Then I can object and keep going down until I'm sealed. That deal is sealed. So they're like, well, I can't do 800. That's just not possible at all. Exactly why you need this business. So tell me, how about we go down to a $400 option? That's 3 months. Tell me what's going on there. What's your budget? What do you have to work with? I say it like that because then it's probably going to be like 200, 150. So when I do that, I don't know if you heard Nick in the background. He's getting coached back here in the background. He's like, damn, you're good. Anyways, when it comes to that, and I go to that $200 option or that 150 option, the reason I go high, because guess what? You don't sell a Rolls Royce for freaking $500. No, you're going to get what it's worth. Our products are freaking gold. And if you're passionate in taking them correctly and doing them correctly, you won't argue with me on that. So when I start out higher, I'm allowing myself to set them up to already understand they're going to be spending some money. It's like that makes them almost even hungrier. And if they're not ready, they're not ready. Don't chase. That's where you focus on new conversations. If you're waiting on that one person that says they're going to sign up on Friday and you're not talking to anyone else, you need to be talking to people every freaking day. 5, 10, 50, I don't care, whatever rank you're working towards. If you got rank, actually, we're all working to Jamaica, so y'all need to be stepping it up, period. Because at the end of the day, you guys, what do you want if you're not wanting the most? Like, if you don't want your business to grow to a 200K level, then why are you doing this? And I'm being honest. That's just how I am with my tribe. You guys don't understand what you can make in this industry unless you're making it. And I didn't. I doubted and doubted and doubted. And I didn't share this with anyone, but I'm compelled, and then I'm done. I promise I'm giving it to Jen because I talk a lot. I'm Italian. I was 40K for a year. I went 40K on May 31st of 2018. If I would have let that discourage me because I'm focused on a rank, or I'm focused on how I had to rebuild $20,000 in volume, or I had to focus on all the things that went wrong in business between me and hitting my 80K, I would have never hit my 80K because I would have gave up. I would have gotten my bullshit. I would have gotten my excuses. I would have got lazy again. I would have got inconsistent. I would have not posted correctly if I allowed my vision to be blurred. Because guess what? I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to be walking across that millionaire stage. And the reason why is because I'm here to impact lives. And if you start focusing on your business of changing other people's lives, that's why I never talk and answer people's questions. I'm always talking to figure out what's going on with them, because they deserve to know. I deserve to be able to help them. I'm their key. Everything that they've been praying for, everything that they've been asking for, every hope that they wish that they could find, I am that freaking key for them. So I'm doing them a disservice if I'm not helping someone. If they're crying out at night how they're broke and you're not giving them the option to help change their life, you're hurting someone. You could be that one person that changes someone's whole and freaking entire life. Just like my upline. She knew I never wanted to be involved in network marketing again because I had such a bad taste from my previous company. I was done. I know how to make money. I can make money anywhere. I used to sell cars. Okay. My point is, I like to change people's lives. And when I found something that does, I went balls to the walls. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, you guys. It matters that you keep your vision, your blinders on. You don't let your spouse talk shit to you and that distract you. You don't allow your BS laziness to get in the way because you're going to want to watch a show first. You don't allow all these things to get in the way of where you're going. That's going to happen regardless. This will happen. The end result will happen. You got to do the work though. You got to do it daily. It doesn't matter about the immediate results. Every seed that you plant, every conversation that you have, that is a seed planted. And if you're a visual person and you need to write down who you're talking to, write down who you're talking to. Find what works for you and run with it, you guys. So I'm done. I talk a lot. I'm giving it to Jen. I'm sorry.
Hi, I know some of you know me, obviously, if you're on my team, but some of you don't. I'm Jen. I have been around, I guess, since about 1.5 years now. So pretty much since like the original, like Katie and all them. Um, so everything we, like Brittany said, we do kind of work our businesses a lot of the same in a sense. When it comes down to, I used to do things totally differently. It's so funny that you like mentioned how you do things now. I remember beforehand, I never used to ask why people wanted to join. I remember I used to just jump the gun and I'm like, okay, this is a blah, 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 blah. What do you want to do? You know what I mean? You know, like the moment you take like the time to get to know who they are as a person, that's when everything changes. Cause I've noticed like since I implemented that like a year ago or however long ago it was, because Katie mentioned that, and she was like, when you get to know them as a person and why they want to do something that A, they've never done, or B, start over completely, or C, like leave a company and come to this one, you know, like it opens up a whole new world, because that moment they're like, wow, like they actually care about me. They're not just trying to make a paycheck again. And granted, like she said, like that's a huge thing of what we do. Like we're very, very proud of those checks that come in weekly, but you do have to understand, like those people are humans. Like we're not people who are like, I need promoters, I need customers. Like first off, like you need to help change people's lives. You want to get people on a healthier journey. You have to stop thinking of it is like, let's not take them back and put them in a chart. Let's take them out of the enrollments in the promoters and the customers words or whatever you want to call them, and be like, I want to change 5 lives this year. Like whatever it may be, you know what I mean? Like you genuinely want to change 5 people's lives, whether you take them from nothing to 200 or nothing to 12, what doesn't matter. You have to step outside of that zone of being like, I need 2 customers and 2 promoters to go to Jamaica. Like first off, if your excitement isn't like balling up here, I'd be way more excited, but my children are sleeping. If your excitement isn't up here, then like, what are we even doing? Okay, like for somebody who earned 3 getaways last year and was pregnant for all 3 of them and didn't get to go to any of them, I'm like, Jamaica, like been there, done that, bags are packed. Like I'm waiting to go. Okay. Um, so remember that like, and it's so simple. And sometimes you have to stop yourself when like, because we do get excited. Like there's times where somebody messages me and like you read like the brief thing before you've opened the message and they're like, can you tell me more? And you know, they're like, can you tell me more about what you do? And you want to immediately open it and like freak out and type back. Sometimes I have to like give it 3 minutes. Don't be that person. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to take a step back and be like, okay, remember what whoever said. Remember to go back and ask what they're wanting. Find out what they need, why they're reaching out to you in the first place. Because half the time it took them who knows how long to even reach out to you in the first place. So it's a big deal when they do finally reach out to you. So do not lose it over you jumping the gun and shoving business down their throat. Because first off, they're coming to you because they've related to you, not the business, not the products. So remember that. People don't trust success, they trust you. So remember, again, they've reached out to you for whatever reason, whether you're a college student and you've joined this company, whether you're a mom, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a working mom, whether it doesn't matter what you are, somebody related to you on that level at some point in time, and that's why they're reaching out to you. So remember that. And it is, again, it is hard to get lost in that sometimes when you are like, you're getting excited, things are moving, you know what I mean? Like it is very easy. Another big thing, consistency is so, so, so key. I know we talk about that all the time, and I feel like a lot of times we do repeat ourselves, but we repeat ourselves because so many people want a secret trick. So many people are like, what's your secret? Like, how did you do it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to tell you, I went 40K in a double volume month and then I lost it all because half my team walked away the next month because they didn't trust the journey. They didn't trust the process. You know, that was a year ago. Like, did I continue to go where I wanted to? I'm not there yet, but I know for a fact I will get there. Because in my mind, I've only been in a year and a half. And to some, that's a long time. But to me, I'm like, a year and a half, like, that's nothing. You know what I mean? It's absolutely nothing. It's crazy. Like, I've learned so much since the very first time. This is my 3rd network marketing thing. The first 2 were like a joke to me because I didn't really get it. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that, like, this has to be okay for everything else to fall into place. I didn't get that. Now I get that. So now it's like I'm starting over from square one and I'm rebuilding everything that I obviously would have worked on back then. But now is my time to get things in order, get things right, and get things the way they need to go. So if your mind isn't right in regards to wanting to change people's lives or to grow a team or this, and that, then it's never going to happen. You have to believe that you are honorable and like you're worthy of changing people's lives and of having a team and having that like success in a sense. So again, consistency is key. Like you do have to show up every single day, and that's difficult with what we do. because there's not a boss. There's no swipe, there's no clocking in, there's none of that. You literally, every single morning I get up and it's like, go to your kitchen, like 3 steps. And like, I may not do it every single day because you don't want to like exhaust your efforts. You don't want to like overdo it. But like Brittany said, like our stories are there for a reason. Like those things are amazing when it comes to your Insta story. But everything else, like you're posting like Instagram and Facebook, 2 or 3 posts a day. It could be a product one, it could be a business one, it could be a lifestyle one. There's days I don't post about the business at all because people know what I do. They've been following me for who knows how long. They're aware of what I do. So if I don't post about a product or a business for a day, 2, 3 days, it's okay because they know without a shadow of a doubt, Jen's still thriving, Jen's still doing it. Like, and I still get messages sometimes. They're like, "Are you still like in the business?" And I'm like, "Absolutely. Why wouldn't I be?" And they're like, "I just don't like. It doesn't seem like you're like selling anything." And I'm like, "Well, why would I? Would you have messaged me then if you could see that I was still doing it?" You know, you have to take a step back and it's like, what attracted you to the person you signed up with? And you need to implement that into your own business and your own life so other people see that as well. And they're like, I don't know what she does, but I want to do that. You know what I mean? And again, not everybody, and you have to, again, not everybody is out here to like quit their full-time job. Some people generally love their jobs. And I love that, you know, like the people do have a passion outside of this, but some people want a little more. There's people who have joined this team and this company or joined network marketing in general strictly for like the tribe aspect of it, for the friends, for the conversations, for the support, because a lot of people don't have that outside of this. So again, in those conversations, I'm not trying to like drag this out either, but like, take yourself back to when you first had that conversation with someone else. B, why? Why did you want to? I remember when I first joined, first off, I was on the fence for like 3 months as a customer and I loved the products, but if you failed before, why would you want to fail again? You know? And it just dawned on me one day and I'm like, I'm never going to know unless I try. And that was November of 2017. And here I am, you know, like we do still have struggles. We do have times we will get a lot of no's, but like those no's lead you a lot closer to a yes than they did the last time. So again, open your mind, open your horizon, and understand that these people are people. Again, voice messaging is key. I know that we repeat that thing a lot too, but like if you're not voice messaging, you're working those thumbs too hard. I'm just gonna be honest. Like Jen does not text things out. I will completely erase a voice message 97 times. My team knows that. They're also 3-second ones because Messenger screws with me all the time and deletes it all the time. It makes me crazy. But like, because in voice messages, people see you, or they don't see you, but like they hear you, they know you're messing up, and that's okay. Like they hear the excitement, they hear that, they hear the laughs. Half the time, I hear my kids screaming in the background, or they hear Charlie saying "excuse me" 37 times. But again, they know that I'm real and genuine, especially if it's another mom, because they're like, "How do you do this?" And I'm like, "Yes, you see me or you hear me doing it. You know, you just do it. It does not matter. People would much rather listen to a 1-minute voice message than to read a paragraph. You will get left on a paragraph before you get left on a voice message. So take that into consideration as well. Another thing, a lot of people, when they're first joining, how I kind of do things, I push the opportunity events. I remember when I first joined, I was on every single team training, every single opportunity event. I didn't even care if I was talking on it. I was there. I showed up. It did not matter. I was on every single opportunity event because why? Because it doesn't matter if it's Katie doing it 4 weeks in a row or Brittany doing it 5 weeks in a row. It doesn't matter. They say something different every time. So if you catch on to that and you watch that 20-minute long opportunity video, next thing you know, you're going to be able to spit out the business and how everything works in a matter of 6 minutes or less. You know what I mean? Like you can take the gist of it all and put it into your own words. Those opportunity videos are gold. So when I have people first joining and they're like, "Oh my God, I just joined. I don't even know anything. And somebody else wants to know everything." And I'm like, calm down. It's going to be all right. A, put me in a 3-way chat with them and I can help you out. Or B, here's an opportunity video that I did so that you can be like, this is my upline that I just joined. This is why I joined her. Watch this video real quick and I promise you I will answer all of your questions the best I can as soon as I get back with my upline. And because they're going to understand that you just started, they would much rather you take the time to get the truthful answers and actually like answer their questions as best as you can rather than just shoving a bunch of BS down their throat. Those opportunity events are gold. I don't even care if they're old or not. I still tag people on them like a year ago, but it was such a good one to where it was like, I don't even care. But people relate to that. They get that. Like she said, if there's one, like Lindsay was in a nursing student. So many times I have nursing people. There's a lot of times I'm going to tag them in Lindsay's. I'm a stay-at-home mom, like Katie's a stay-at-home mom, so either one works. Emma is a dog mom and she doesn't have children, so she's just a significant other to Travis. So like people have their own role, so find the person that matches their role and